I want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Can anyone baptize a believer, or does it have to be a pastor? This is a reference to a Baptist church. Well, I guess I'm inferring that last statement to be a church that baptizes by immersion. So that being said, okay. Now, the question really boils down to being a Baptist church. You say, what do you mean, Jeff? Well, Baptist church is one of the beautiful things about being a Baptist, and if you're not one, it's okay, but I am, is the local autonomy of the church. You say, well, what does that mean? That means that each and every congregation has the right to practice the faith in like manner and order as they so choose, irrespectively of any other congregation. And then they willingly partner with other congregations and other bodies of believers locally as they, quote, see fit. That's a big fancy way of saying every Baptist church does it differently. There are some Baptist churches that only ordain pastors. There's other Baptist churches that whomever leads the person to the Lord can baptize them. And at the end of the day, it's up to that church to make, quote, that decision. Here's the beautiful thing. Biblically speaking, baptism is not sacramental, meaning it is not a means of grace. It is not baptism that saves us. It is not necessary to be saved. It's not necessary to go to heaven. It is an outward sign of an inward reality. That's why the Bible calls it an ordinance. In other words, is it imperative and important that a believer in Jesus Christ be baptized? Yes. Does it have to be done a quote unquote certain way outside of immersion by water? No. One can be baptized in a creek by another believer. Someone can be baptized in a swimming pool. It does not have to be by an ordained minister, pastor, or some succession of the faith system. Now, here's where I go kind of on the other side of the equation. That being said, each local church can recognize how they recognize baptism. For example, if somebody was baptized in the creek by their biological parent after they got saved, some Baptist churches will say, great, we're so excited you're saved based on your testimony. You are a member that can teach and serve and lead and etc. There are other churches that say, nah, not here. If you haven't been baptized by an ordained pastor, we're not going to count it. Now, that's just called being Baptist, is all it is. At the end of the day, whoever the person is that's become a believer in Jesus Christ needs to be baptized. On the other side of the equation, here's the beautiful thing. We have the right as individuals and as local churches to express our faith to the best way that we so see fit. So at the end of the day, you know what I say? 2 Baptists, 3 opinions, even on this question. Great question. If you have one, send it to askjeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at askjeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.